guys, it's Angela. I am back here in Denver, Colorado, and they are having what they call an LA to Denver emergency ICE protest around the nation right now. It looks like a civil war. Let's see what's happening here. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Are you with or against what these protesters want?
I'm interested in going to a baseball game tonight. Now my ride won't get here.
You don't think we should have a border wall at all?
No, it doesn't work.
So you think anybody should be able to come into the U.S. at any time?
What are you talking about?
Like, so you think if anybody around the world wants to come into the U.S., they should be allowed to do that?
Isn't that what we were built on?
And how do you think that that would affect our country?
I think it would bring crime rates down like it does in communities with higher immigration populations.
So Los Angeles and New York are both cities with the most amount of immigrants, and right now they are rampant with crime.
How come you think the crime rates went down in Venezuela after they left the country and it went up in the United States?
I'm not marching in Venezuela.
But so you would be okay for our country to be filled with people from Venezuela, Haiti, and other places? Like just like mass
Pretty
immigration.
bad places, so if those people want to leave and come here, they're more than welcome to.
If their countries are bad, then how would they make our country better? He says that I should be ashamed of myself. Do you have immigrant parents or immigrant family?
Indirectly, yes.
And what country do they come from?
I guess, well, Puerto Rico's not really indirect, but
Yeah.
Colombia,
Oh, okay.
let's say.
Very nice. And have you ever been to Colombia?
No, I wish to go, though. It's got my passport. I'm ready to travel.
$1 billion industry.
It's bad.
Hear that? $1 billion industry that they have created out of our bodies. Shame on them. And guess what? This is an industry that we have a moral obligation to dismantle.
So you're from Mexico?
Yes, I am.
And
Family is
how long have you been living in the United States?
over 30 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you came here when you were just little?
Yeah.
Okay. How old were you when you came?
I'm going to say maybe like 5.
5. Wow.
Yeah.
You probably travel back and forth a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah? Like, what's your favorite thing about Mexico and Mexican culture?
The food, the people, the culture is great. History.
Would you, if you had to choose, would you prefer the United States or Mexico?
I would say both, to be honest. Yeah.
Like, some people wonder if your family came to the U.S. and you love the U.S. and you're grateful for it, then how come you're flying the Mexican flag instead of the American flag?
I support both. My blood's American. I would say my skin's pretty much Mexican, kind of. I share both.
Yeah.
So
I guess, like, the thing that I'm confused about is it sounds like some people say there shouldn't be any border at all. Would you agree with that? Or do you think that there should be some type of regulation?
it should be somewhat regulation, but not over controlled. Somewhat. Just help the people out.
I was wondering if you believe, or what you think the difference between immigrants and illegal immigrants is.
They're all people. Yeah.
So you don't think that there's a difference between illegal immigrants and immigrants?
No. Just people trying to get to the same place. The process getting in the way.
Would you say that you're proud to be Mexican?
Yes, I'm super proud. I love being Mexican.
Okay. What do you love most about being Mexican?
I like that we have a lot of hardworking people, a lot of things that immigrants build, we help with. Our culture, our food, dancing.
Would you say you're proud to be American?
I am, to an extent. Sometimes it sucks how our people get treated.
I see.
Yeah.
And would you say that the life is better in Mexico or in the U.S.?
In the U.S. And that's why a lot of immigrants come over here to have a better life. It's not for us to become criminals. And I just think that what Trump is doing and what ICE is doing isn't right because they're taking people from their jobs. And I just think that's unfair.
How come you think that life is better in the U.S. compared to Mexico?
In Mexico, there's not as much opportunity. A lot of people come over here because they want to make money for their families.
On one side, in my if we allow so many people in from other countries that aren't in the best state right now, like there's countries that really struggle, wouldn't those people have the same mindset here and create the same outcome here?
Yeah, I mean, I just think over here there's a lot more opportunity for people that are from other countries, and that's why we come over here.
Yeah. But like, so you don't think that there should be a border though?
I mean, yeah, because there is people that are criminals, but a lot of Hispanics come here to do better for their families.
I was wondering, what president deported the most people?
That's a question that you can easily look up, and that would help everybody to look that up. Look up for your own information.
Do you know what president it is?
Off the top of my head, no. I'm focused on one thing only right now.
Okay. What did you think about Obama?
Another president.
So you're not in favor or against?
Just another president of ours.
Okay. And how come you think people didn't protest after he deported 3 million people?
I have no idea. I wasn't there. I was in high school.
I was wondering if you heard that the National Guard was deployed in Los Angeles?
I did. Shit's crazy. Yeah, the government is just occupying LA. We don't stand for that. That's why I'm here to fight back.
And what do you think about the protesters throwing rocks at them and fireworks and lighting Waymo cars and cars on fire in the street and looting businesses and putting graffiti all over the walls?
I think that's a minority of people. And it is a justified response to what's going on in our government right now. People are being deported without due process. We, the people, will not stand for that.
So you're from a family of immigrants as well?
I am not.
What do you think about the South African immigrants?
I'm not sure what you're alluding to.
I'm sorry, the white South African refugees.
I don't think that's real. I think that was some shit made up by Elon Musk because he is a white supremacist.
So you don't believe that the pharma tax against white farmers is real, or that they're taking away their land without compensation?
I believe there may have been some attacks, but I do not believe they were targeted against white people. And I do not believe it was racially motivated.
So you haven't heard the chants of them saying, kill the Boer, kill the farmer?
That is not something I've heard. Thank you, I'm done.
What do you think about the deportations?
Completely against it. I mean, I could understand that there may be laws of the land, but the way that this administration is going about it is completely the wrong way. It's dehumanized. Immigrants build this country. This country is founded in immigration. It's like some of the protesters said, it's stolen land.
What do you say that we conquered this land and now we have an established country? And what do you think about America?
I love America, but I think what we're seeing is not what America is supposed to stand for.
I'm wondering how you feel knowing that the American people voted for these deportations.
Doesn't feel good. But the thing is, the American people, the majority of American people don't speak for everyone, right? But, they voted for these deportations out of misunderstanding and probably some hate and some skepticism and even probably under false accusations. You know what I mean?
What do you think about what was going on in Aurora and the takeover of the apartment complex?
Oh, I mean, most of that was like media scare. Like there was probably like not a takeover. That was proved to be like false.
Really? I went there and I saw it.
I think you saw something and it was easy to be like, oh, this is the takeover.
Well, I talked to them and I walked around.
Yeah.
If someone comes illegally into the country, they literally don't have a right to stay here. And the same as if you go...
You don't have a right to stay here. You don't have a right to stay here.
But I am a citizen and I was born here. This land was conquered and now we are an established nation and we're allowed to have borders, laws. I mean, Mexico, they would deport people. Other countries deport people. I mean, you can only stay in other countries for a few days. What makes people think that you can just come here and stay forever?
It's America, right? Land of the great? Tell me not. Tell me it's not America, land of the great.
But how are we going to be great if there's a bunch of undocumented people coming here?
The undocumented people make America great.
I disagree.
And see, that's where we disagree.
I mean, because there's been.
I'll tell you this, though. I don't want to continue having a conversation with somebody who disagrees on that fundamental right. Is that okay?
So you are Mexican.
Yes.
And would you ever live in Mexico?
Would I live in Mexico?
Yeah.
Right now, there's a lot of cartel violence that was caused by the destabilization of Mexico based on private interests in the United States. It's friendlier and habitable really to like raising kids or just like living in. It's still safe. I mean, generally you can travel. They're just not certain areas.
How important do you think it is for like Mexican immigrants or any immigrant when they come to the U.S. to assimilate?
Assimilation can look in many different forms. There isn't really one standard culture in America that predominates all other, races or ethnicities in this country. It's considered a melting pot, or as some may want to say, a chopped salad.
You guys love Mexico a lot?
Yeah, we love Mexico.
Or like how long have you been in the U.S.?
Oh no, we've been here. We were all born here.
You were born here? And so you said, Viva Mexico!
Viva Mexico!
Would you ever live in Mexico?
Yeah. I've gone to Mexico a couple of times. It's I guess it's very controversial, because of like the given political climate. They kind of want to demonize like Mexico and all the Mexican people that want to come over here to better their lives. There's a lot of businesses that are heading to Mexico in order. Well, I guess that supports capitalism. So wouldn't that have like a negative connotation too?
So you have a problem with capitalism?
Yes, I do. I do.
Then how come you don't leave?
How come I don't leave the U.S.? To where? To what other?
Yeah, exactly. Where else are you going to go if the U.S. is great and it's a capitalist country and you have a great life here? So what do you hate about capitalism?
Well, what do we hate about capitalism? That's a very good, interesting question. I feel like a lot of countries, not just the U.S., are capitalistic and Well, what do you say?
How does Bolivia sound, or Cuba, or Venezuela? How come you don't go there?
Well, I feel like these other countries like Venezuela and Cuba have also. It's because these are products of a deeper issue. It's not that these countries are like communism. How do I explain this? How would you explain this, Tony?
The crowd is now chanting F Donald Trump. Would you guys please make sure that you are subscribed? I'll see you next time. And join me on Patreon because we do live Q&As every Friday. See you there. Bye.